Okay. Hello, students. Those of you who are interested in seeing how the distance formula works or how you can find the distance between 2 points, that's exactly what I'm going to cover today, right now in this video. Okay, so here's our example. I'm in Hurricane, Utah right now, so I thought I'd use one like this. This little green point represents where Hurricane, Utah is. And this little green point over here, to the northeast, we could say, represents where Moab is, Moab, Utah. And our question is to find the distance between Hurricane and Moab, and this isn't in miles or anything, but on this graph, we want to know what's the distance between the 2 points. And when we're asked about distance, we can use, of course, the distance formula, which I have written to the right in blue. This is kind of a long formula, but it's pretty simple if you know what to plug in and what goes where, okay? So you can see that it's very important to get this square root sign over the whole bit. You got to have it cover the whole equation down here with the x's and the y's, okay? And then inside, we have x1 minus x2 squared. And then we add y1 minus y2 squared. So before we can use this formula, we have to know what x1 is, what x2 is, what y1 is, and what y2 is, okay? Well, I'll show you right where those points come from. This right here, we could call x1, because it's an x-coordinate, right? And it's the first one that we see, that we have. And then our second x-coordinate that we have is going to be this 4 right here. So we could call that x2. And then our negative 3 here, this is our first y-coordinate, so we can call that y1. And this 2 over here for Moab can be our second y-coordinate, so we can call that y2. Now we have a few answers. We know our x1 is equal to negative 3. Our x2 is equal to 4. Our y1 is equal to negative 3, and our y2 is equal to 2. Now that we have these 4 numbers, we can plug them in the correct spots. Let's draw some arrows about where they will go. The negative 3 is going to come here for x1. The 4 is going to come here for x2. This negative 3 will come here to y1, and then this 2 will come here to y2. So now when we plug everything in, we're going to get that our distance is equal to the square root of, instead of x1, I'm going to have negative 3, and then minus x2, so that's going to be minus 4. That still all gets squared. Then I add the difference in our y values, which will be negative 3 minus 2. And that piece gets squared as well. Then from here we just do some simplifying. We know that negative 3 minus 4 is equal to negative 7. So that will get squared. And then here we know negative 3 minus 2 is equal to negative 5. And that will get squared. This is going to be equal to the square root of negative 7 times negative 7 gives us a positive 49. And negative 5 times negative 5 gives us a positive 25. This is equal to the square root of 49 plus 25 is going to be equal to, let's see, 75. So our final answer here is the square root of 75. That's the distance between the 2 points. Between Hurricane and Moab. On this map, we could write that distance is the square root of 75. If you wanted to get a decimal for that number, that's fine too. You could just put the square root of 75 in a calculator. It's going to be something between 8 and 9. So, I don't know, approximately 8.5 or something like that. But okay, that is an example of how to use the distance formula. I hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching.